So the sport of freestyle frisbee has deep roots in this country, and now a new musical called What Goes Up is sharing that story set to music. So it's all part of Reprint, which is a trio of musicals inspired by the archives at the Globe and Mail. How cool, right? They'll make their world premiere in Toronto next week. So joining us to talk about What Goes Up is playwright Ellen Denny. Good to have you here today.
Thanks so much.
Okay, so why do a frisbee musical? Let's start there.
You know what? When we discovered this sport, none of the writers had even heard of it before. We felt like it was asking to be a musical. It's performed to music and there's dance elements, so it's kind of halfway there already. And there was a great potential for comedy with the larger-than-life personalities that play this sport. So it's been a lot of fun to learn more about the sport and then bring it to the stage.
Let's talk about the difference between freestyle and ultimate frisbee, because there's obviously a difference here.
Yes. Ultimate, and which is usually the one more known to people, is a little bit more like ice hockey, whereas the freestyle frisbee is similar to figure skating. So freestyle frisbee, with of course major differences, but freestyle is performed as a routine and it's adjudicated, and so it doesn't have that team versus team aspect that ultimate has.
I mean, the picture we're showing right now looks like it's a older sport.
Yes.
Because I know it comes from the archives, and that's where sort of the baseline for the play is. But do we see this performed now? I mean, are we seeing this in places? Is it?
It's absolutely still done today. You can see it in Trinity Bellwoods Park on any nice day here in Toronto.
Yeah.
And some of the players that play in Bellwoods are national and international champions in this sport.
Cool.
But it certainly doesn't have sort of the widespread fame that it had in the 1970s and 80s. So that's why our story is set then, which was at a time when freestylers could actually make a living doing this.
Really?
Yes, they were doing tours across Canada. Brands like Air Canada, Labatt were sponsoring teams to go across Canada and perform. So it was a really special time for the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, when it comes to casting this play,
Yes.
how challenging was that? Because did people have to come in with some sort of skill set in terms of their frisbee abilities?
Well, the thing is, we share a cast with the two other musicals that are premiering with us next week. So our cast has to be incredibly flexible to get on board with each of these three very different shows.
And physically flexible.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we had help from Patrick Chartrand, our frisbee consultant,
Cool.
and he helped to show us some of the shapes and some of the dynamics that we could recreate. Of course, we don't have trained frisbee professional athletes.
Right.
That's something that takes years to master. So we've gotten creative, and we're used to doing that in theater.
Yeah, fair enough. And we're looking at some of the moves, like we're giving you sort of like an idea of what you'd be able to see. So will the cast be performing these moves on stage?
There will definitely be frizzography, I'll say that.
Frizz what?
Frizzography.
Oh, it sounds
as
like
I
what my hair
to
does
say.
in the rain.
Oh my God, that's what my hair does in the rain.
A lot of us,
Oh,
yes.
No,
Frizzography, okay, cool.
It's been a lot of fun to figure out how we can use these discs on stage and create something really exciting to watch.
It sounds really fun. Okay, and I'm hearing that there's a podcast portion of this, potentially?
Yes. Well, this is kind of a new aspect for Canadian theatre, which I love, is that we've been recording a lot of new Canadian work and releasing them. So we're going to be a part of that. And I'm so excited because I interviewed a lot of people who aren't here in Toronto for this project. And I'm excited that I'll be able to share this piece with them once that podcast is released. And people who aren't able to see the show next week will still be able to experience it.
Isn't it great that just extending the sort of tentacles of what we're able to reach? In
Yes,
terms of our
absolutely.
Yeah, that's so awesome. This sounds like a really, really fun idea. I think it's going to be fantastically successful. So congratulations and thanks
you.
for being here this morning, Ellen.
Thanks so much.
By the way, What Goes Up, presented by the Musical Stage Company, is on from August 19th to the 22nd. For more information, you can always just check out our website anytime.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.